Today I'll be modifying the SJ4000 camera to replace the internal microphone with a socket to which I'll attach a lapel mic. I'll record before and after videos to demonstrate the quality of the audio, and you can compare it with the DSLR which I'm currently using to record this section. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll take some pictures as I go along. Cheers. This is the SJ4000 before modification. Outside, it's waterproof housing. And finally, this is the SJ4000 camera with the microphone adapter, with the lapel adapter on it. This is the microphone that I used. I'll put some links in the description down below, and I'll take another couple of pictures with my DSLR of the socket on the side of the camera. I think you'll agree there's quite a bit of difference in the audio quality. So thanks for watching. Any questions, just post them below. Thank you. Bye. Okay, what I'm going to do first is just remove the camera from its housing. I'll set that aside. I'm going to remove the battery and the SD card. The first thing to do is to take off this plastic sheet that's protecting the screen. To do that, you can insert a blade or a flat screwdriver down beneath the edge. Quite tricky, and then lever it up. Just be careful and go right round it to lever the plastic sheet off. There we go. And then you can see the screen underneath. Okay, from there what we need to do is get the screen and kind of flip it towards us. There's that. If we can get underneath the corner, try not to scratch the screen. And just lever it up gently. Now, once you flipped it over, you'll see there's a connector here, and you can just lever the connector up. Actually easier with your fingernail, and that's how to get the screen off. We then need to flip the unit over to the front. The next stage is to take off the front panel. You can do it with a little screwdriver or your fingernail. Just run a flat blade along the inside. It just clips off. Just run your finger right round it, like so. This little board here is the power button, and what we want to do is just lift it up and out of the way. There's 4 screws around the outside, so we just take these out with a little Phillips. Six. I think there's one under there. Or maybe it's under here. Obviously they've put that there so that you can't, you shouldn't be meddling with it. However, I've already avoided the warranty by doing this, so let's carry on. Here we are. Okay, let me just take this front plate off. You can see here if that's the battery compartment there. This is a lens, be careful of that. There's a little receiver aerial for the Wi-Fi module, which is here.
If we just lift that out of the way, you'll be able to see down in this corner here, that is the microphone down there. What we're going to need to do is take that out and replace it with a couple of wires and a socket. So to get to the board, what we need to do is take some screws out the back here, 1, 2, 3, and I believe there's 2 under here, which I'm going to need to drill a couple of holes very carefully to get to the screws, and that will release the board. I'll come back once I've done that. Right, I've drilled 2 small holes here. I've taken out the other screws, and that should leave us access to the board. So I'll come back in a second and show you. I've now removed the screws from the back, which should allow the whole thing to come out. So that's the battery compartment, and the board now should just slide out. It's a bit tricky. It's quite tricky, but I eventually managed to get the board out. So the board comes out the unit like that, and this little microphone here is what we're replacing. There's a couple of solder points on the back which we're going to put little wires into. Okay, I've repositioned the camera a little bit just to let you see. So beside the SD card slot here with 2 little terminals, that's the terminals of the internal microphone. So what we're going to do is desolder these 2, attach a couple of wires and attach a socket to the outside of the casing. Just waiting my soldering iron heating up. To desolder them, I'm going to use a solder sucker and a great amount of care. I think it's probably enough. By the way, what I said earlier about removing these 7 screws from the back, you don't need to remove these 2 either side of the SD card slot, because those are the ones that hold the lens in place, and you don't need to take them off at all. So what I'm going to do is very gently pry out the microphone. Okay, so here we have what I've done here. Hold on, I want to get it to focus a bit more. Okay, so what I've done here is connect 2 wires instead of the microphone, soldered them at the other end and connected the socket. So I'm going to put it all back together now and test it.
And finally, this is the SJ4000 camera with the microphone adapter, with the lapel adapter on it. This is the microphone that I used. I'll put some links in the description down below, and I'll take another couple of pictures with my DSLR of the socket on the side of the camera. I think you'll agree there's quite a bit of difference in the audio quality. So thanks for watching. Any questions, just post them below. Thank you, bye.